Welcome to another CTV Sports presentation. CTV Sports is brought to you by St. Clair Chevy, Buick, GMC, We Care. By Murphy Inn, Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair. By Ackett Soups in Adair and Marine City. By North Star Bank, North Star guiding the way. By St. Clair Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, We Care. By Neiman's Family Market. By St. Clair's Ace Hardware. And by CTV, Community TV in Marine City and St. Clair.
Edition of CTV Channel 6 Varsity Boys Basketball. Today the Saints welcome in the Titans of Warmwoods Tower. Send it down to Denny White, public address, as he announces the starting lineups.
In a spirit of sportsmanship, read in alternating fashion, beginning with the Titans. Senior, number 1, Brandon Morelli. For the Saints, 5'9" junior, number 1, Buddy Frosty. For Tower, senior, number 3, Darius Jordan. For St. Clair, 6'1" freshman, number 2, Ben Davidson. For the Titans, junior, number 10, Robert Anderson. For the Saints, 6' freshman, number 3, Mario Manson. For Tower, senior, number 11, Charles Frazier. For St. Clair, 6'1" sophomore, number 4, Eric Williams. For the Titans, senior, number 23, Andrew Zanetti. For the Saints, 6'6" senior, number 5, Clark Lamb.
All right, there you have it, the starting groups for both the Titans and the St. Clair Saints. For the Titans, number 1, Brandon Morel, number 3, Darius Jordan, 10, Robert Anderson, 11, Charles Frazier, and 23, Andrew Zanetti. They start 4 seniors and a junior. St. Clair is going to counter with 2 freshmen, a sophomore, and 2 seniors on their end. Actually, another junior, it looks like, is in the lineup this evening, Buddy Broski, in place of Adam Toby. So, looking forward to the coaching debut this year, Sam, of assistant Bill Stidham in Sean Sherrill's absence.
Yep, and the Titans coached by Nicky Vola. He's been there for a while. He does a good job with that team. They're going to be under control, and it should be a pretty tough test for the Saints. The Saints were able to top them in their first meeting down in Warren, but it was I think it ended up being about a 9-point game, and expect this one to be close just like that. Both these teams are pretty similar. Like to get up and down, like to shoot the three.
Yeah, in that first contest, St. Clair was fortunate to come out early and get some real good touches and open up a nice lead. And Tower inched back into that and made it a game. So it'll be interesting to see how this one starts up. I know St. Clair needs a good start, at home here.
And like we talked about, St. Clair with 2 freshmen and a sophomore going against 4 seniors. They're all high school boys, and that doesn't mean much to the people watching the games, but their bodies are a little more mature at that age. Ben Davidson with the steal and the layup at the other end.
It's a good job by Ben getting that first bucket. It was a nice touch down there at the other end. Clark Lamb got a touch. Looked like he might have been fouled. No call. Nice job by Ben picking it up, taking it the other way. Saints lead 2-0 in the early going.
From what I've seen these refs this year, they're going to let that play go down low.
Saints in the 2-3 zone. Towers got a 1-3-1 set against it. Gonna try to make these kids from Towers shoot. Long gun goes. It's number 3, Darius Jordan, with a good shot there.
Good over athlete. He was the quarterback on the football team. Very, very good quarterback. Just a solid athlete all around for the Titans.
Looks like Tower counters with man-to-man defense here. Double down on Clark every time he touches. Good share by the Saints. Nice shot fake there by Eric Williams. Gets it to go.
Great possession, great patience for the Saints. Inside out game to Clark. And a good extra pass by Madsen. And Williams with the pump fake to finish it. Very good offensive possession.
Saints are going to have to be solid, rotate in their zone, and stay on their feet. And right there, you see Buddy Brosky on a closeout, gets off his feet, gives up a pretty good look at a jumper, and Frazier knocks it down for Tower. Brosky from the corner can't get it to go. That's his spot, though. That's why he's in the starting lineup tonight, because I think they anticipate getting a lot of those shots for Buddy in the corner. He's just a little stronger shooter than Adam Toby. I'm sure when Adam comes in off the bench, provide a little more length and a little more speed. Free ball for Tower, won't go on the back end. Rebound by Morel. Tower doing a good job on the offensive glass, but then turns it over, and Buddy Brosky brings it back up. For the
Those are possessions. If you're Tower, you feel like you got to score. You get three chances, three pretty good looks, and you're not able to put it home. That's something Coach Avola, I'm sure, is going to be stressing if they go to that first time out.
Already in 2 consecutive possessions, we see Eric Williams does a nice job being aggressive, getting himself to the basket, and gets himself in the foul line here. First one's good. Game's tied in the early going here. 5-5.
Both these teams might be showing a little rust. I mean, been off school for a few days, and they haven't played in probably upwards of a week. And I know up here practice was limited. I don't know what Tower was able to do, but Tower hit a couple early shots.
Hopefully the cold weather doesn't translate into cold shooting. The Saints are able to kind of extend Warrenwood's Tower here a little bit. Ball goes out of bounds, going to stay with the Saints. Just looking out over the court here, Sam, you see the pretty distinct size advantage that Clark Lamb has. Going to have to find a way to be creative and get him touches. There you see him roll around the back end of that zone.
Kind of a four. I think that was the wrong pass. I think he had Eric at the opposite elbow there, extended elbow. Jordan.
Long gun. Can't draw iron.
Good job by Brosky boxing out. He did a good job on Zanetti there. Good box out by Buddy.
Lob pass in, lots of backside help. Nice hands by Clark Lamb there. Avoided a little bit of a helper on the back end and finished 8-5 Saints.
That's something we were able to see that first half of the first game, and Clark had made a living down there. You know, Coach Avola is probably doesn't want him to get off again. That could make for a long night for the Titans.
Backside rebound for the Titans.
They're doing a good job crashing that backside of the zone.
Saints actually, you can tell that they really want to run. Having a hard time getting a kid to stay behind as an outlet, though, and look to go. Lamb's, that's the second time that Lamb's had to, kind of shuffle his feet, looking around for somebody to throw the ball to. Williams can't get it to go. Davidson for three, and it's good. Nice job of the offensive glass by the Saints. I thought Eric Williams drew a foul there. No call. Kicks it out and turns it into one more.
Good job by the Saints there, just to keep playing, fighting through contact, and Davidson able to contest a three-pointer.
Loose ball on the floor. Titans kind of come up with it there. Little scramble. Saints doing a pretty good job of rotating through in this 2-3 zone. Just got to make sure we get some of those backside rebounds. We're going to force Tower to shoot a lot of threes. Ben Davidson fortunate to have good position there. Number 20, Darrell Cowart, reaches over the top and draws a foul.
That's a full-size fullback right there for Tower. He's a big boy.
Big boy. I'm guessing he will be in here to assist in keeping Clark off of the block. That is my guess. A couple of times they've run through their sets and Clark's gotten touches, but he's getting them below the block, and it doesn't matter what kind of post player you are. If you're catching down there, it's very difficult to create a shot out of that.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Clark throw that, kind of turn the ball over on that pass, and that's a tough angle to shoot. It's an even tougher angle to pass from. Good flash by Clark.
Got Brosky with his feet set. Short, Williams on the backside, rebound, gets it to go. Williams really active here early. I think he's been in a lull lately. I'm sure Coach Sherrill would be very happy to know that he's come out and looked to score a little bit and been aggressive early on.
I mean, all of his buckets they're inside the paint, and he's a good shooter, but He's also a good slasher too, and he's very active. And those are big shots for him to hit.
Banks open, number 23, Andrew Zanetti. Makes it 13-7 here with 2:40 remaining. And Davidson slashes through, gets the deuce. Nice high pace.
Yeah, we've said it so many times. Ben Davidson sure doesn't play like a freshman. I mean, that's a high-level move and high-level finish there.
Good soft touch at the rim. Gonna get a run out here. You know, for dueling 2-3 zones, I feel like, yeah, we have a pretty nice pace going, and guys are really looking to score. That's another great job by Eric Williams, finishes with the contact and one going to the line.
It was just a great job by Williams. You see so many players go up and they're not able to get that shot off, but he kept that ball in his hip, fought through contact, and after the contact was made and the guy's hands were out of the way, he was able to fling it up.
Into the game comes Darian Rutledge, Adam Toby.
Number 35, Darian Rutledge.
Williams banks in, banks open for Williams too, and goes ahead and finishes off three-point play. 18-7, St. Clair had a nice run here lately. They remain in the 2-3. Not a whole lot of ball movement here out of the Titans. Makes it a lot easier to play that zone if you don't have to move very much. 11 draws a foul, goes on Davidson, that'll be his
Takes
first.
foul, number 2, Ben Davidson, his first, team first.
I'm sure right now, in terms of game plan, this is what St. Clair wants. They've got to like the fact that Warren Woods has taken a lot of time to get their shots, and they've been able to get some runouts and some deflections and play fast at the offensive end. Time of possession might not be in our favor, but you know the scoreboard is good. 15 does a good job getting to the rack. Darian Rutledge with good help side there. Looked like he drew some contact with no call, and here come the Saints. Nice job by 11. Pickpockets goes in. Number 11, Charles Frazier, gets the best of Ben Davidson there, and we sing his praises. Right there, I'm sure he wished you to take a little better care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think Ben got caught looking up the floor right there. And I mean, he was just looking to make a play, and good heads-up play by Frazier to catch a guy when he's not looking, able to Johnny on the spot.
I think what's really nice, you know, we start to head into the tournament time, Sam, and these kids, you know, I think at a certain point in the season, it sounds like some of them started to hit a little bit of a wall, I think mentally, and snow days and breaks. There you see Tower go all the way coast to coast, Charles Frazier again. But anyways, with those breaks, these kids being freshmen, I mean, it's nice that they're up on the varsity, but they've only played a 12-game season, and these 20-game seasons, they're finding out what it's all about and the type of intensity that it takes to play a full 20
Yeah, and just the physicality that they deal with on a game-to-game basis, especially in the MAC Gold. I mean, teams get up and really check you. You know, New Haven's going to body you all game. Tower's a physical team. I mean, we saw Sterling Heights here a little bit ago. They're going to get up and play a little bit. I mean, just the physicality that goes through a 20-game season. I mean, it's more difficult than people give it credit for.
Right. I mean, they're basketball guys. They've played a lot of games, but I just think in terms of varsity level intensity, it's hard to match it. And if you've never done it before, it takes some getting used to. So it's nice. Today we've come out, you see these kids are attacking the basket, look like they're having a little bit of fun. And heading into March, I know the league title's out of hand, but you're always aiming for that district title. They're going to need a little spark if they want to make a run. Williams again. Can't get it to go. Looks like we're going to get a blocking foul in the middle.
And we talked about Wormwood's Tower drawing out possessions. That was a good possession by St. Clair. Good movement. So they got the ball around. Williams found a lane, and he was able to get in there.
Able to make the zone move. Looks like they're going to get a good look here for Williams. Can't get it to go. Toby good on the offensive glass. Nice job by Adam Toby. Skying up and getting an extra look. Can't get the putback to go. 12 seconds left in the first quarter. A backside rebound. If there's anything that's hurting the Saints right now, it's that backside board. Nice job by Adam Toby on the other end. And that's going to run out the clock. The Saints lead 18-11 after one.
Murphy Inn, restaurant, Spirits Hotel, all in St. Clair. Before or after the game, stop at Murphy Inn. Different specials every day. Happy hour 2 to 6 daily, and 7 vintage hotel rooms. Half off large pizza every Monday, karaoke on Wednesday and Saturday, Live music on Thursday and Friday. Murphy Inn has private dining area for showers and family parties. Murphy Inn, restaurant, spirits, hotel in St. Clair since 1836. Ackett's Soups from Scratch has a new location on King Road in Marine City. Ackett's Soup from Scratch features all their famous soups, but now they have a complete lineup of lunch and dinner items for eat in or take out, and even frozen items for heat and eat. You know Ackett's soups are made from scratch. Fresh vegetables, herbs, and hand-rolled noodles. Stock simmered for long hours to bring out aroma and flavor of real homemade soups. Ackett's Soups from Scratch in Adair, and now also in Marine City on King Road. Neiman's Family Markets, from produce, deli, bakery, meats, or even bagels. Neiman's Family Markets. They have it all on Kearney Drive in St. Clair. Neiman's Family Markets.
Overall, pretty good quarter. I mean, if you were to tell the Saints that at 18 after first quarter, I'm sure they'd have taken that and ran with it. I mean, they missed some shots, but they also hit some shots and ran through some offensive stuff pretty good. And I mean, able the last 2 minutes to get Clark below there, and he's going to be fresh for this quarter starting. So
Yeah, really, I think that's a good point, Sam. I know that the focal point of our offense is going to be Clark Lamb, but so does Warren Woods Tower. So a lot of the things that they've been practicing, presumably over these last couple of days, has been how they're going to stop him. So if you get guys to step up, Eric Williams stepped up in that quarter. Ben hits a three. You get guys that can do that. It goes a long way in helping you extend the game, so you're not playing against their scouting report the whole day. Dueling 2-3 zones, though, so 18 to 11. We're going to see some good transition basketball and probably a lot of three-pointers hoisted tonight. That's always fun.
Saints are going to start with their starters in the second quarter. I imagine Tower would do the same thing.
Looks that way. Much more veteran squad that Tower totes
Check
out.
that. They're actually going to give Madsen and Williams a break. Rutledge and Toby are still staying in there.
Using Lamb on the bottom outside. That's going to use length and bother shooters. I like that. You have Rutledge in the middle. Rutledge does a really nice job. He's one of those role player guys that comes in and he's physical, but he's smart and he knows where to be, and he doesn't make the mistakes that can hurt you,
As we say, good skip pass over to Jordan. Another three ball for the Titans.
Davidson brings it up. Little horn set for the Saints. Nice take by Adam Toby. Looks like he drew a foul and couldn't get it. And Tower outlets the ball. Smooth take there by number 11, Frazier. He can't get his to go, and here come the Saints at the other end.
Good Euro step by Davidson there. Looked like he was able to get the roll and the finisher. They're going to call that on the floor.
Well, I was confused because he waited to see if the ball went in before he called it, which I don't understand.
Yeah, usually you see them wave that off early to
let everybody know that we don't have to wait in suspense. Toby inbounds, gets trapped. Ball looked like it was tipped, Sam, but they're going to say it wasn't, and it's going to go the other way.
Looked like it was tipped by both Warren Woods Tower players.
7:08 remaining. Saints lead 18-14.
And I think the most shocked person in the gym was Coach Avola, honestly.
He was barking out a defense. Not a good close. That's the second time the Saints haven't done a very good job of closing out. Almost cost him. Luckily, he missed a shot. Clark boards on the other side. Davidson looked for the stop and pop.
Good kick.
There. Good kick. Broski's open. That's the shot he needs to take.
Good rebound by Zanetti there.
Zanetti's played tough. I don't think he's much of a scorer, but I think he does a good job being physical and getting the extras.
I mean, he went up between Toby and Lamb, was able to pull that rebound down. That's impressive.
Saints still in the 2-3. I'm on the repeater with the 2-3, but not a lot changing on either end. Frazier to hoist. Holds it back. There's Zanetti there. Can't get that to go. It goes off the wire up top. Eric Williams checking back in. He's going to replace Darian Rutledge. Mario Matson checks in. And we now have 6 players on the court. Ah, we get it right. Williams will bring it up against full court pressure here. Another good take by Williams. Can't draw the contact. No contact there as Brodsky falls down. Tough to get a call with no contact. Jumper's no good. Backside board again for Warrenwood's Tower.
St. Clair's got to find those bodies and be able to push them off the block. They're doing a great job. Their guards are doing a great job of crashing that backside.
Saints making the Titans wait it out. That's been something that they've done really well and haven't cashed in. I think Cowler's doing a nice job of slashing through the gaps in that zone. I think they've gotten some really nice looks, and St. Clair's actually fortunate right now that not a lot of them have come up with points.
I find it kind of interesting. I mean, Teller was doing, they were in that zone. They did give up 18 points, but as soon as Clark checked back in, they went back to the man, which I find interesting. If that's your game plan is to stop number 5, you'd think the best opportunity for them to do that would be his zone. But St. Clair does a good job executing their zone sets.
Right now they're using Clark in some space and allowing the guards to work off of him.
Looks like they're backing out. No, still man. Just
You'll get your post touch here. Can't get position. Nice job by Clark. Good hands. Holds the guy off with one hand. Catches with the left. And was able to make that first step instead of going deeper. He was able to go lateral, so he had an angle to score.
Once again, it wasn't the best position he caught the ball in, but he was able, like you said, able to use his body and get back in position, give himself a good angle at the hoop.
Good high post touch here and a kick back out. Tower doing a nice job, disciplined, gotten a lot of looks. They've got to be happy with really how they've executed against this. Maybe I should continue to sing their praises. We get a turnover there. Not a very good pass, a rush play. Leads to an opportunity at the other end. Can't come up with the rebound.
30-second timeout by Coach Evola. I think he's probably going to stress that same thing too. You have their player drive baseline. He's going to try to throw a pass over Clark Lamb. And I think you just saw him with his hands up in the huddle. And I think that's what he's probably trying to explain to him right now. We do a good job, have the ball for 30 seconds in offense, then you make a dumb pass like that when we had a good look. He's probably telling his players not to be so unselfish and shoot the ball.
Yeah, really. And Zanetti's over there in that shorter corner area. And looks like a capable. He shot a 3 at possession earlier, so he must have the green light there. Don't really need to go in and force, especially trying to throw over top of Lamb in the middle of the paint. I'm not sure that's the best way to go there if you're top.
Plus he was forced baseline, which against his own is where they kind of want to force you because they use that baseline as an extra defender.
Saints look like they've gone to man now. Give Tower something different to look at. Looks like the Saints are choosing to go underneath screens here.
The matchup Teller wants right there.
Lamb out on the perimeter. Good job. Williams using his length to get a piece of that. Nice. That was a great defensive possession by St. Clair. Good help side. Forced the pass into a no-man's land area and came up with a steal when they tried to get out of it. That was a great job.
And I don't know who made the pass down there, but he put his player in a difficult spot by throwing the ball down to that area.
4 out for St. Clair. Williams gets the paint. Tough look at it. Can't get it to go. Taps out and Towers sprints the other way. His wheels there by Darius Jordan.
And he throws it away.
And as much, Sam, as we started off in that first quarter and we said how much fun we were going to have watching them run up and down the floor and how many threes were going to be hoisted, I'll be honest with you, the game kind of turned ugly here in the second quarter.
Yeah,
Not a whole lot coming from either end.
St. Clair's had 2 points for the first 5 minutes, and
Official's going to get 23 with a hold on the block.
It just makes you wonder. Both teams driving the hoop aggressively, not getting calls, and then they they go ahead and call. That's not a ticket. I mean, that's a foul. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
but
I agree.
But the ones they let go and the ones they call always never ceases to amaze me.
I know that's something that's stressed, early on in the season with officials is it's okay early on to call hand checks and to get kids in order so that they're playing basketball instead of wrestling. And I know that's an issue, especially in the boys' game. The game gets moving so fast. As the game wears on, they're allowed to get away with a lot. And Davidson makes a nice play there. Nice dish feed. Clark Lamb finishes. 22-16 Saints, 2:28 remaining in the first half. Saints remain in the man-to-man. An extra step there, slow it down. Frazier rechecks for Towers, going to replace Jalen Harrison. Full court pressure on the guards from Tower. Ben's done a really nice job. Davidson has working on Charles Frazier.
I mean, you haven't seen Ben on the ball much this year. It's been a lot of Eric Williams bringing the ball up. This is the first time I've seen Ben primarily be running the one.
He's done a nice job of attacking that one-on-one. And really, I think Eric's benefited from it on the half court. He hasn't had to exhaust himself bringing the ball up, and now when he's catching on these wings, you can see him slash and do some of the things he's pretty good at. But we've seen Ben go coast to coast plenty of times. They're a poor sequence for the Saints, starting with the pass from the corner. Gets Charles Frazier a run out in the bucket, and he's really hurting the Saints. Titans with numbers going the other way. Frazier goes, and Coach Stidham. The second that one went down, I looked over. I was not surprised that he needed to stop the momentum there.
And St. Clair just, same thing maybe that Tower was doing a little bit earlier. They're driving and not putting themselves in good passing angles, and a lot of their passes are just getting deflected.
Just a 30-second timeout for Coach Stidham. Probably just to rally the troops, make sure they're going to go down on offense and execute, because their defense, as much, when a team goes on a run, a lot of the times it's just the fact that offensively they're not very good. And right now they're turning it over, and Towers getting numbers going the other way. And really can't have that happen if you want to stay in a game or win a game.
Yeah, I mean, as a coach, as much as it pains you, you'd rather have Tower hit shots than have them getting tip passes and running out the other way.
Make them shoot over top. It's always better. You can rebound better. And it's just tougher to do. Layups are easy. Saints having a little bit of trouble with the pressure from Tower here, getting into the guards. Space, high screen and roll with Lamb. Williams rejected it. It was real nice. I wish he would have finished that drive. Madsen with a tough look, almost got it to go. Buddy Broski sticks his nose in and draws a foul on number 4.
Good effort by Buddy there. He was in amongst the trees and was able to come down with the rebound. Now he's going to be shooting one-on-one.
That's one of those plays is, if he can knock these down and you reflect back on it as a coach, that play will stick out if this game's close. He was able to get an extra opportunity, go to the line when the game was kind of getting away from you a little bit. Lamb with another board. Williams with a shot fake. They're really doing a nice job of forcing Lamb low. My guess is, and you and I didn't see it, but early on in the game they played the first time, Sam, Clark was able to get a lot. And we just know, based on what happened, that Tower was able to get themselves back in that ball game. Davidson Hoyce can't get the roll. Frazier with the board for the Titans. But they were able to get themselves back in the game. So my guess is they figured something out about how to defend Lamb and at least keep him at bay. He's going to get his. He can get 12, 14 points, but he can't get you for 25 or you're going to have a bad night.
And quite honestly, the game was called pretty tight down there, and Towers post got in foul trouble early on. Those pushes to the back that we're seeing here that aren't being called were being called down there. Every game's ref differently, and that game was to Clark's advantage. This game right now is not.
Yeah, if they're going to allow the two hands and reaching over the top and it's just something he's going to have to deal with and battle through. He's a senior and he's got to step up. They're on their home floor. Extra possession here. Zanetti again on the spot. Saints have stayed man-to-man. 22-21, 28 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Too many offensive boards for the Titans. Good job, Buddy Broski, gapping up there. Nice drive. Number 3, Darius Jordan, after some real good ball movement, but some extra possessions there. It gives the Titans, I believe, their first lead of the game. Oh, they hit a 3 early. Second lead of the game. Looks like we finally got one of those holds. Williams is going to go to the line with 3 seconds left. Saints down 1.
Some confusion at the table.
Night foul number 10, Robert Anderson, his first.
Was he even in the game?
I'm not really sure. I can't see. The lights are out on that player foul board. I'm not sure who they called it on. I'm not really sure what the confusion is. I think the official was stepping in there to make sure the coach had the opportunity to speak with the official, which I'm not certain is the way to go. Long launch there by Tower, unable to get it. And after the first half of play, it's St. Clair 23, Warren Woods Tower 23. We'll be back for the second half. Decide this thing.
Get your Auto Show bonus cash at St. Clair Chevrolet Buick GMC.
Use your Auto Show bonus cash to get better deals.
Lease a Chevy Silverado for $198 a month, GMC Terrain $168 a month, or a Buick LaCrosse for just $188 a month.
Hurry, Auto Show bonus cash won't last long.
Better service.
Better deals. With a new huge indoor showroom.
At the #1 volume dealer in St. Clair County. We care in St. Clair.
Exit 257 off I-94.
North Star Bank, guiding the way. North Star Bank is a true community bank whose loan approvals are made locally. They help keep our communities vibrant and growing by making loans to local families and businesses and reinvesting back into our community. From opening accounts to recommending products and services, they look forward to reach your financial goal. North Star Bank, guiding the way. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. All loans are subject to credit approval. St. Clair's Ace Hardware in the Riverview Plaza is now open 7 days a week for your shopping needs. Everything you need from auto supplies, wiring, paint, craftsman tools. St. Clair's Ace Hardware has picnic items, a complete gift department with candles and more. Don't miss the specials on Valspar paint. St. Clair's Ace Hardware in the Riverview Plaza.
All right, we pick it up live here. 5 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The Saints jump out to a 28-23 lead. Really started the second half off nicely. Apologize for the delay. We had some technical difficulties. We're picking it up here. We are now recovered and ready to go. Saints have come out in the 2-3 zone again after being manned primarily in the second quarter.
And Saints for offense this quarter so far. Matson's hit a 3. And Davidson had a nice little lefty drive to the paint. That's been their 5 points. Warrenwood's Tower is not on the board so far.
Tough runner there by Tower. Tap out, Lamb, nobody home. Frazier does a good job of getting into a gap again. Can't get the bucket to go. Matson leads the break for the Saints.
Like we talked about that, Towers had a lot of those slashes. Just haven't been able to finish.
Williams from the corner. Can't get that to go. And you know, we say that I haven't felt like as Towers getting into the paint, it doesn't look like they're out of control. Sometimes you see teams try to slash in there and they don't really have anywhere to go, or they're getting up really difficult, low percentage shots. I actually think that the jumpers look pretty good. They're in balance. They have the opportunity to finish. They're just not going down right now.
I mean, a lot of times, though, when you're staring 6'6" in the face, that's a tough feat to overcome.
Darius Jordan from the corner couldn't get it to go. Charles Frazier, number 11, for Warren Woods Tower, absolutely thought he was going to come up with an offensive rebound there, and Eric Williams skied out of about at 15 feet to take that one away. A really nice play by him. That's going to stand out.
Just
Lamb doubled.
tough position to get the ball. I mean, we talked about that earlier in the game, and I mean that's a lob he's asking for, but we got to see the help side defense on the other side.
Bringing shooter back around the corner, can't get it. Should get a post look here. Good take by Mario. Nice job. Draws the contact. He's going to shoot two.
We've seen him be a lot more aggressive in the second half.
Second foul, number 5, Jalen Harrison. His second, team second.
Madsen to shoot his second. Gets that one to go. Saints open up. 7-0 run here midway through the third quarter. Coach Stidham made some adjustments. Looks like they're being a little more active in this 2-3 zone. Hopefully they can maintain. And that's going to force Warren Woods Tower into a timeout. Nice job by the Saints. Good adjustments after what I would consider to be, a bad second quarter. Did a real nice job coming out here and extending a 7-point lead.
And I mean, we talked about Coach Stidham. He does have previous coaching experience. He coached at New Haven. He coached their girls program a while back, and he's good friends with Coach Sherrill. Been on his staff as long as I've been here for 5 years. And he comes from the Tom Izzo school of coaching. He's a big Sparty. He goes a lot of camps there, works a lot of camps with Coach Izzo, and he knows basketball, and he's a good guy. I mean, Coach Sherrill could pick one guy to fill in. It would be Coach Stidham.
And he's got the fortunate position most days where Coach Stidham gets to be the buffer or the good cop. But Coach Sherrill is a very intense, meticulous guy, and I think out of the two of them, the one who's going to scream more would be Coach Sherrill. Stidham's a little more cool, calm, and collected, as you can see right now on the sideline. He's never too up or too down. And I think the Saints, they're going to have to bring their own intensity, and right now it's working for them. Davidson with a deep three within his range, though. Can't get it front rim, no good. Pace of the game picking up a little bit here. That might have been the talk on the Tower sideline. Buddy Broski's going to draw a reach-in foul. Foul's going to be Tower, baseline out of bounds. Early on in this one, Sam, we kind of talked about how much fun it was going to be to watch. I think St. Clair had 15 points in the first 4 minutes, and they were running up and down, and teams were hoisting and making threes, and then all of a sudden it kind of just hit the brakes. We're still waiting for that pace to return. There you saw a little glimpse of it.
And we always talk about the easiest way to beat that zone is to beat it down the floor. Don't let that thing get set up.
Lamb with a block on Frazier's try. Enters the game right back from baseline and comes in, makes a play. It's going to go off of Frazier. That was a quirky sequence there. Yeah, Frazier was out of bounds and came back and caught a pass, almost made a bucket.
Nick Avola has to be thinking, got to get the bucket off that lid. They've had a lot of good looks, a lot of good layups, and they just can't get that lid off.
Looks like Tower's going to go to a 1-2-2 look here against St. Clair. Going to need some ball movement, going to have to get it over top of the zone, get some skips and some middle touches. Always helps when your guards will slash through and go to the bucket. As Eric Williams did there, it's going to be baseline out of bounds for the Saints. That's about the third or fourth time, Sam, we've seen us run a baseline out of bounds play and throw it to that corner guy, and they've trapped immediately. We've got to skip that over the top and go to the safety there and run our stuff from a different area. That's been well scouted, and it looks like it's giving St. Clair some trouble right now.
Yeah, the look on that is go to the opposite corner, and they have that, but I think Tower's inbounds guy is doing a good job of not giving them that angle to throw that ball over there. Kind of forcing them, but like you said, that safety's out there, but they see that, and Tower's guys close quickly, and we're just that's a tough spot to be if you're gonna be at the ball.
And really on that play that we just saw, they trapped immediately, and there was a little delay in Adam Tobey coming back into the game from the inbounder spot. I think if he jumps in quick, probably tap it back in there and get him a look for a layup. Andrew Zanetti comes in a little too aggressive, bumps Clark on the catch. St. Clair's got to be careful when they're skipping over top of that the other guy on the opposite side is not baiting them to throw that skip pass so that they can steal it and go the other way. There's that safety throw. Try to keep it out of the corner. Towers in the 2-3 zone here. Cher, Broski hoist. It's short, can't get it to go.
Good look, though. I mean, very good look.
That's the look they want. That's why he's in the starting lineup. He's had a really nice year shooting the basketball today. It's been a little off for him, but just got to stay confident. Shooters always got to feel like the next one's going in. St. Clair goes into their 1-3-1 and use some length and try to bother Warrenwood's tower here. Good ball movement on a diagonal and get a good look. Can't get it to go.
Tell you what, Frazier's everywhere. If he misses or if he misses the ball, he's right up in there.
Yeah, he's real quick. He can jump twice really well. Thought he's kind of had some hard luck on his offensive touches, though. He's gotten a lot of good looks and hasn't gotten them to go. Jordan hoists for three, can't get it. Another opportunity for Warrenwood's tower in that second quarter. There you see Frazier get one to go. In that second quarter, Sam, that was the problem for St. Clair. A lot of the opportunities that allowed Tower to get back into the game after St. Clair extended the lead were when we were giving up second opportunities, and there you see it. This game was 30-23, a 7-0 run, and right now, Frazier's on the line.
And quite honestly, it's just the guards up top of that zone aren't doing a good job of finding the guys that they need to box out, and they're just going around them. And in that previous one, the guys were already taking off up the floor and not able in position to get that rebound.
Towers turned up the aggression a little bit. They're looking to trap out of this 2-3. Corner three for Davidson with his feet set.
It's a big shot for St. Clair.
33-28, St. Clair leads. 1:20 left here in the third quarter. St. Clair stays in the 1-3-1. And there you see number 10, Robert Anderson, number 12, excuse me. Joseph Maishon not able to keep his pivot foot on the floor as he went to make his pass. With a violation, it's going to St. Clair ball. Tower going to ratchet up the pressure on this end. Makes St. Clair bring it up against some resistance. We get a pick by Frazier. We saw this in the first half as well. Frazier gets it to go. Good anticipation by Charles Frazier. He's giving St. Clair some fits. Good ball movement by the Saints. Get Williams a wide open look from three, and he's able to knock it down. And right now, it's a three ball. That's doing the work for St. Clair.
And that's what to beat that zone, that's what that pass has got to be, 2 quick passes.
Charles Frazier rips through with the right arm, and they're going to hit him with an offensive foul.
And if we're going to be here being honest, I mean, I thought Frazier got fouled up top, but he did throw the elbow out there on that play. I thought he got fouled up top before he caught the ball.
Warrenwood's Tower calls a timeout. With 31 seconds to go in the third quarter. Coach isn't happy. I think that timeout was primarily to argue the fact that he didn't feel like that was an offensive foul, and I'm with you on that, Sam. If you're not going to call what I would consider to be a pretty blatant block up at the top, you don't need to be calling an offensive foul on that one, because really he didn't extend a whole lot. I thought it was more about leverage than it was about an extension of the arm.
Lisa Young working the concession stand, and they're doing a wonderful job. And over the years, this St. Clair Warrenwood's Tower has become quite the rivalry. They see each other every year in football, and this year there was an instant classic down there in the Warren. St. Clair went down there and gave them their first loss. And, I mean, like they've been in the gold together for several years now, too, and they formed quite a nice little rivalry. I mean, something to be said about kids playing each other every year in different sports, which is, I mean, kind of a criticism of the MAC, but St. Clair's lucky enough to have at least Wormwoods Tower in their football and their conference and their basketball conference.
Get some cross-sport competition there. The pressure bothers St. Clair a little bit, and they turn it over.
And quite honestly, I just thought Davidson was maybe trying to do a little too much there. I mean, he can slow it down up the court. I mean, he has the handle to be able to bring the ball up the court, but going full speed is a lot more difficult than walking the ball up the court.
He's going quick. He put his head down, and Warrenwood's Tower did a good job of jumping it. Tough to make a pass when you can't see what's ahead of you. 10 seconds, though, St. Clair was able to turn Tower over there. Frazier got his feet moving a little too quick himself. St. Clair's going to have an opportunity to get a shot before this quarter ends. Davidson brings it up. Pressure from Harrison. 3, 2. With 1 second to go. Looks like they're going to hit Harrison with a reach. Based on out of bounds, I'll tell you, you'd probably rather have the shot than the 1 second here. But Davidson with the heave, can't get it to go. Good quarter for the Saints, win it by 6 there, 36-30.
Hi everybody, it's time to make a quick road trip to St. Clair, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, where we make buying fun with great service and great deals like these.
During the summer clearance event, lease a Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4 Bighorn Edition for just $99 a month, or lease a 2015 Chrysler 200 for only $132 a month. There's also 0% financing, and St. Clair has over 700 vehicles available.
So make the quick drive down I-94 to exit 257 at St. Clair, where we care.
That quarter, nice quarter for him. Eric Williams with 13 and Clark Lamb with 6. For Wormwoods Tower, most of the damage is, as we know, with the number 11, Charles Frazier. I have him at 18. Darius Jordan's chipped in with 8. Number 10, Robert Anderson has a couple, and Andrew Zanetti has a pair of points as well. So 36-30 going into the fourth should be a good ending here.
I think the first 4 minutes here for St. Clair are going to be really, really important. They've got to look up and not allow Warrenwood's Tower to create any momentum going into that home stretch. I think athletically right now, Tower's been able to bother St. Clair on the defensive end because they're getting into gaps. We just need to continue to make sure that they don't hit shots. I mean, that's going to be the biggest issue.
It'll be interesting here. St. Clair's going, for them, pretty small. I mean, unforced turnover right there for Tower. That's got to frustrate you. I mean, Josh Markland, the game for St. Clair, just dispelled Clark Lamb, and he's an athletic guy. He's going to have his work cut out. We've seen the trouble that St. Clair's had rebounding, and we got to make sure that they take care of that.
Eric Williams brings it up. Looks like man-to-man for Tower. And Davidson with a drive. Kicks to Markle, who can't catch it, but it gets knocked out by Zanetti, who's been real active. I know you didn't mention Andrew Zanetti, number 23 for Tower, in your scoring numbers, but he's done a lot of the little things that have allowed those guys to get those numbers,
and
those second opportunities.
He's a big reason why number 5 for St. Clair is only at 6 points.
And that's probably just as big as scoring. Right there, a big play off the miss from Ben Davidson. Josh Markle steps in. The big tap in gives St. Clair an 8-point lead.
And if you're Coach Stidham, I mean, with this group on the floor, you're probably just trying to hold the lead, and if you're able to extend it, that's a big bonus.
I think Tower a little bit frustrated with their ability to move the ball right now. Taking a long time to get shots. Their go-to guy, though, Frazier goes, can't get a layup to go.
He's able to get the rebound, though.
And it's that second opportunity. St. Clair's got to shore that up. Jordan pulls for 3, can't get it. It's going to go out of bounds. St. Clair's fortunate as number 4, Charles Barnes, actually misstepped on his way to rebounding that, or we've been talking about another opportunity in that possession. Williams to bring it up against Jordan. Mishandles, goes off of his foot. It's going to go to Tower. St. Clair's trying to take turns between Williams and Davidson on who brings the ball up. And really credit goes to Tower's guards who've done a nice job of disrupting that and making them use some of the moves that maybe they're not very comfortable with. Tough shot there from Davidson, a forced look.
A little 50.
Tower goes the other way. Nice finish by Darius Jordan. Great job using the right hand on the left side.
50-50 ball there that St. Clair probably should have won. They weren't able to get to. It led to the layup for Tower.
Williams on the other end, another tough shot. Jordan goes all the way through. He's going to draw a hold foul at the top of the key there, and you can see Clark Lamb is up and ready to check in for St. Clair. Kudos to Josh Markle, who did a really nice job filling in and making some plays. And got 2 points to go for it. He's going to get to stay for his efforts, and Adam Tobey's going to exit the game.
And when you have a guy come in and do something like that, that gives the whole team confidence, and they're able to build off that.
Jerron Vicks with the ball for Tower. He just took a shot. He passed up on an opportunity there, and his last shot didn't go great for him, so I'm wondering if that had an impact. And there's Zanetti riling things up, getting an extra look, and it's going to stay with Tower.
They've done a great job rebounding. I mean, I don't have rebounding numbers, but they're not even really close, quite honestly.
Again, we've got a delay with the official speaking to a coach. I haven't seen that a lot this year, Sam. That's unique to this crew.
Mm-hmm.
Nice job. Making a tough look for Tower. Zanetti comes in. They're going to get him for a foul.
Second foul, number 23, Andrew Zanetti.
Tough call there for Zanetti. I really thought he kind of...
Yeah, I thought he did a good job shooting the gap
there. Yep. Not rewarded for his efforts. St. Clair maintains the ball up 6, 5:46 to go. Williams kind of come away from what was so good for him early on in this game. He kind of set the tempo, getting to the bucket. Clark Lamb working hard, draws another foul on Zanetti. That's 2 fouls in about 8 seconds for Andrew Zanetti.
And that's what we talked about earlier. Those are the calls that Clark got down there. And then he went on to have a big game. I mean, that's there's just not very much consistency. And for a guy like Clark that works so hard to get position, to not get rewarded for your efforts sometimes is frustrating.
Lamb can't get the front end of the 1-and-1. Number 1, Morelli checks in for Tower. And I can't see the number from here, but he's going to the line. You know, the closeouts, I think that'd be something we can look at too. St. Clair hasn't stayed very disciplined on the bottoms there. They're going up and jumping to block shots. And honestly, I don't know if that's something that they want to do. That could be part of a game plan that I'm just not aware of. But the way that Tower shot the ball, I think we would rather stay down and make them shoot over the top.
And just knowing the way that Coach Sherrill coaches defense, you know, that's not something he preaches.
So many guys trying to go up and block shots. 5-second call there for Tower. And right now, this is that critical point when we talked about that 4-minute mark, Sam. When this quarter started, you can't go and turn that corner with Warrenwood's Tower having the momentum. In the third quarter, St. Clair did a good job of knocking down some big threes to limit momentum. They might need to do that here to extend a lead a little bit. Not a lot going on at the block with Clark Lamb. Somebody's going to have to step up and hit a shot. Frazier goes up with a shot, can't get it, and gets his own rebound.
Mark will call, I think, for a push after Frazier was able to get his own rebound.
I believe the next time we have any common foul, somebody's going to line to shoot 1-on-1.
I know St. Clair's in the bonus. I believe Tower has to be close.
I believe that was their 6th.
Like you said, a little scoreboard malfunction here. The player fouls aren't working, so like you said, we're kind of strapped up here.
Jordan with a long 3. It goes. And they're going to get Buddy Borowski on a block out there as an and 1. Coach Stidham doesn't like the call. You see that sometimes. Called bucket good and then a foul on the floor. Apparently that's not the case. He didn't let him land. So Jordan's going to go to the line.
But once again, if you don't let him land, typically that's after the shot.
Lamb's going to bring the ball at This is something that he can do that I don't think he does quite as much as he should. And right there, you see him just take the ball, go right to the rack. Warren Woods Tower tried to feint at a charge there, but really he was in position and kind of worked his body out of position as the charge came. So good job by Clark Lamb there.
When you're staring 6'6" in the face, barreling down at you, I mean,
You start to ask yourself some important questions, don't you? Clark gets the first. 4:51 to go, fourth quarter. That free throw gives St. Clair a 39-38 lead. Critical time here. Second one's also good. Big foul shots. Way to step up by Clark Lamb there. Take it coast to coast, draw the foul, knock both free throws down at a big spot.
That's what a senior needs to do in a game like this.
St. Clair playing a little more of a sagging man-to-man right now. Buddy Broski's on Darius Jordan, though. It looks like he's just no catching him. But Frazier's been a problem, and right there he scoots by Mario Madsen. A nice little left-handed floater. Ties the game at 40. Number 20, a mountain of a man, Daryl Cowart doing the work on Clark Lamb right now. Madsen kind of forces a bad angle. Ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, and in those situations, we have to be able to look for a skip and then have Clark come around the other way. That's probably the best way to get him the ball inside against Cowart. He's a big boy.
Definitely understand the focus on getting Clark the ball. But right now, I think you need your three-point shooters to step up and hit, and that's exactly what Warren Woods Tower's been able to do, is get Jordan some looks and get Frazier some looks, and that's hurting us right now.
Coach Stidham's going to call a timeout.
Good timeout by Coach Stidham. It's a 3-point lead, Sam, and we're under that 4-minute mark, and the lead is for Tower. This is a good timeout because you almost have to allow your kids to get that perspective. You know, you're not down a bunch, you're down one possession. We got to make sure we take care of the basketball and get some great shots, because sometimes when a run happens like this, the kids start to feel like they're losing by a lot more than 3, you know, the mental part of the game.
Yeah, and I think it was 40-32 when we looked up there after Marco let his tap in. Now we look up here and it's 43-40 and going the other way. I mean, that's an 11-0 run over the span of about 3 or 4 minutes. That's a big swing in this game. And Towers hit some shots, and St. Clair's, quite honestly, hasn't got many shots up. I mean, quite a few turnovers.
It's a good battle, though. Warren Woods Tower's done a real nice job on Clark Lamb. Several guys have checked into the game. Zanetti did a great job. Cowart's done a great job. And even a guy who I thought was in a pretty bad mismatch in Morelli, number 1. He did a pretty good job when he came in there, and the guards were pretty supportive. So it's going to be tough sledding in there. I think a couple of these guys have got to get some ball movement, some kickouts, and some people with their feet set. That's going to be a charge on Davidson. Cowart steps in and takes it. Davidson a little bit out of control. I actually think that might have been an opportunity for us to kick. Buddy Broski hasn't exactly been hot out there, but that's where he shoots from, and his feet were set.
I think Davidson has 4. Like we said, we can't see the foul tracker, but pretty sure Davidson with 4 fouls.
That's going to loom large. He's one of those kids that could hit the shot. He's done a good job going coast to coast. Eric Williams going to have to step up. St. Clair playing in the sagging look here. Looks almost like a diamond in 1. The issue is they're down 3 points, and Tower's able to hold the ball. Coach Stidham's going to test it for a while, but he's going to have to make an adjustment here. There you see Williams step up and force a difficult play. Loose ball goes to Tower, though, and they're on the run. Charles Barnes with a two-handed finish extends the lead to 5 for Tower.
That's his first bucket of the game, and those 2 points could be any bigger.
And really, it was just a matter of the defense did a nice job of creating a loose ball. You know, when in a basketball game, you got to come up with those 50-50 balls right there, and they weren't able to. Clark Lamb, you know, right now, I think offensively it's been so difficult for St. Clair to get in a rhythm. At this point,
they're kind of pressing.
Well, they're pressing, and I think it's almost like, well, we got to let the tall guy catch. And he was double teamed there, but he went up and, you know, high pointed it, came down, drew a little contact, going to get him to the line. That's big for St. Clair. He's got to make his foul shots. First one goes. Clark's got a nice soft touch. Saw him go earlier. He went coast to coast. He's got the last 3 points for the Saints. Went coast to coast and got to the line and made both of those. Now he gets the line and makes these, keeping his team in the game right now. They're taking turns, stepping up. Saints trail by 3, 2:40 remaining. St. Clair comes out and plays a little bit here, not allowing Frazier just to hold. Masson, good job moving his feet there. Nice defense by Clark Lamb. Williams finally comes up with a loose ball for St. Clair. Broski tries to draw a foul, can't do it, a clean block over the top, and then unfortunately it tipped off of his hand as he tried to regather it. The ball's going to go to Tower.
I believe that was 15. Jerron Vicks, that was a nice play. He baited Broski into taking that layup and was able to get up above him and slap the ball. It was a great block.
Tower overloads one side with size. Saints stay man-to-man. Tower being real methodical, losing their time. It's an ally right now for them. Everybody's in the bonus, so soon you'll see the game get extended here and we'll shoot some foul shots. And Toby, actually, I kind of like what he did there. You never know. He stepped up, tried to get a charge call out in the open floor. Tough to do. Thought he sold it pretty well, but nothing hurt there. You're going to send Tower to the line, and this is where you'll see this game start to extend a little bit. Could come down to who can make foul shots.
Yeah. I mean, and you know, in those situations, those guys are coming hard off those screens. And if you're able to get your feet set, it's not a bad idea. Big miss right there. Good rebound by Toby.
And right there, the 1-1 can't get the front end. Minute 39. High screen and roll. Williams going to fire. Can't get it. Rebound goes off the Tower. 1:30 left.
And right now, it's probably not the best look you wanted. And we're in that look, but I mean, at the same time, you're happy Eric took a chance.
Yeah, you got to start to look. You don't have a whole lot of time, and you got to get some shot volume. Minute 14 remaining. 45-42 Tower. Tower calls a timeout. Probably going to discuss how exactly they want to run this clock out and force St. Clair to foul.
Yeah, you imagine they're going to go maybe some sort of weave or a four corners look and just, like you said, try to hold on to the ball, get the ball in the hands of their best free throw shooter and make St. Clair foul them. I believe they're still shooting 1-on-1, so those guys got to go to the line and make them, but you got to find the right guy to foul and play good defense, hands up, never know, tips can happen, leads to steals, leads to buckets.
Hey, the drawback there and taking the timeout is it allows St. Clair to come out and talk about their defense. They would have had to have done it on the fly, so maybe if we can get a denial here, cause a disruption and get a turnover, go the other way for a quick one, that'd be nice too. And I have to get out and play here, I would imagine, and I don't know this because I haven't read the scouting report, but I'm guessing we want to foul somebody that's not named Darius Jordan. We've face guarded him for a large part of the game. We've talked a ton about Charles Frazier. But I think in general, I think Jordan is the shooter, and we're going to be paying attention to him. So I'm sure Coach Stidham, part of that discussion was, let's see if we can get Zanetti to the line. The first guy to touch it is Jordan. He's going to bring it up against Buddy Broski. Quick double. No rotation there for St. Clair.
Under a minute remaining now.
I think there's where you wanted to foul. Zanetti got the ball. Able to get a pick. I don't know anything. St. Clair's going to get a timeout, 49 seconds. Coach Stidham's going to have to use the grease board today. See what he can draw up here against Warrenwood's Tower.
Yeah, and if you're St. Clair, I mean, that three-pointer is nice, but you don't need it right away, obviously. I mean, 49 seconds is a long time, and both teams have several timeouts left. You do not need that three-pointer right away. So if you can draw some up, get it to Clark, maybe get an and one down there, or just get him to the line shooting free throws. Always scoring with the clock stopped is your best friend.
Yeah, and right now that's an important point. I think a lot of times the knee-jerk reaction is I need to go hoist a three. I think really what the mentality has to be is we don't want to force anything right here. You got to get a good look, no matter what it is. If you can get something going forward, I think you get Williams or Davidson going toward the basket, give them the opportunity to dish it to Clark, or possibly kick one to Mario or Buddy. Those are good looks. I think you got to put the ball in one of those two guys' hands and let them go to the bucket, see if they can create something. Teams are back on the floor. St. Clair's got the basketball. Doesn't look like anybody's ready to inbound. The official sets it down, ready for play. 45 seconds. Saints run a set.
Ball into Clark.
Lamb a touch. Can't draw the foul. St. Clair's going to have to put somebody on the line. Clark Lamb fouls number 15, Jaron Vicks. He's going to go to the foul line. I believe he's still in the bonus, not the double bonus. He's going to shoot 1-on-1.
And, I mean, he hasn't scored tonight, so that might be the right guy to foul. He could be the best free throw shooter on their team. We don't know, but somebody who hasn't seen the ball go in the hoop today, that could be an advantage right now for the Saints.
Although I will say this for him, he didn't seem like he was in a big hurry to give it up, so I don't know if that's part of the plan. The one shot we did see him take missed by a pretty large margin. There he gets that one to go. It's a big foul shot. You get that lead to 4 points, 2 possessions, 28 seconds left here in the fourth. Can't get the second to go. Ball goes off Cowart's chest. It's going to go to the Saints. 27 seconds left. Saints trail by 4. Claire's going to have to push the ball, look to get something going toward the rim. Williams for 3, well short. No, I'm not sure that's the shot you really want there, Sam. It goes back to what you said before. Don't really need it. You're down 4. Get something going toward the bucket instead of having to shoot off the dribble. St. Clair going to man deny here. See if we can force a turnover and a quick bucket.
Coach Vole at the timeout. 20 seconds left. I'll just run down the leading scorers for both teams. St. Clair is pretty balanced. You have Ben Davidson with 12, Eric Williams with 13, Clark Lamb has 10. For Wormwoods Tower, it's been 2 guys. And number 3, Darius Jordan, I have him at 19, and number 11, Charles Frazier, I have him at 20. I mean, 39 to 46 points out of 2 guys. And knowing what we know, the scouting report probably said shut those 2 guys down. And if you let them go for almost 40 combined, that makes it difficult to win a game.
And they haven't really anybody outside of those 2 guys for Tower. It's not like they're shooting jump shots. The only time they put the ball in the bucket is on a layup or a putback. And I think if you're going to write a script that if St. Clair's not able to come back and win this game, I know for me, I would revert back to the fact that for long stretches of time, Warrenwoods Tower was able to get second and third shots and convert on them. And got to rebound the basketball a little bit better to limit their possessions, and weren't able to do that for good chunks. Tower to inbound. Jordan's going to go to the line. Adam Tobey did a really nice job. I actually thought he might have had the opportunity to take a charge there as Jordan was trying to free himself from defense.
Great defense, I thought, in the baseline out of bounds, too. Got close to the 5-second call there, and they caught it in a tough spot and were just able to make the play.
Jordan gets his first to go, makes it a 5-point lead. Really, between 4 and 5, it doesn't change a whole lot.
Tower's going a touch smaller. I think they might be sensing that St. Clair needs a 3, and they don't really need to take Lamb away.
Oh, they'll probably be content to give up a bucket by Lamb. St. Clair's going to have to go down. Really, at this point, can't be super picky. They're just going to have to hoist one. Coach Stidham's probably going to talk about that right now with his full timeout.
Timeout, St. Clair.
Right now, it's going to be your best baseline out of bounds or sideline out of bounds set that you have that'll wind up getting a shooter a 3. Obviously, Warren Woods Tower is going to talk at length about how to avoid that from happening.
If you're Warren Woods Tower, you're letting them catch, but they're contesting, but you're not fouling. You don't, like we said, you don't want them scoring with the clock stopped.
Right now, a foul by Tower would be one of the cardinal sins. You want to contest without fouling. You certainly don't want to foul a three-point shooter in the act. St. Clair's going to have to work, set a couple good screens here, and get somebody free for a look. 14 seconds to go, fourth quarter. Saints trail by 6. After leading for what I would say is much of the game, we hit that critical point in the fourth, 4 minutes, and Warren Woods Tower was able to seize the momentum and hit a couple of big threes. Darius Jordan hit a big one from deep and drew a foul on it. Really hurt the Saints. Right now we find ourselves in a position where we got to get a quick look. Davidson pulls, can't get it to go. Jordan with the rebound and a foul on Buddy Broski with 6 seconds to go. It's going to put Jordan on the line.
I mean, it's going to be tough for St. Clair to finish this game off, and we got to give credit where credit's due. Warren Woods Tower made the play. They made the shots in the fourth quarter. They were cold for a lot of the game, but when those big threes need to be made, it was the boys in blue today that were making them, and St. Clair went cold there, like we talked about so many times already in the fourth quarter. I mean, had an 8-point lead to start the fourth. I mean, that's something that you have to look to finish. You can't go cold for 4 or 5 minutes of a quarter, especially the fourth quarter.
I think what was working really well for St. Clair, Warren Woods, early in the game, Warren Woods Tower did a real nice job later of slowing their tempo. St. Clair was running, getting good looks. The kids were confident shooting the basketball. And when Warren Woods Tower took that away, we get 50-42 as a result. And St. Clair, unfortunately, can't hold on to a lead and loses this one. A lot of what's going to go on between now and the end of the season is some preparation for district. St. Clair obviously out of the league title hunt, but eyeing an opportunity to move through the district as they have the last couple of years. So that's something that's important to their kids.
Yeah,
just going to have to learn from the opportunities like this.
While we're talking about districts, I mean, if you're watching this game and you haven't been to a game this year, I mean, that's at Marysville. I'm not exactly sure of the date, but they're playing Marysville. The first game, the first time those two teams played this year was a Marysville hit a shot in the waning seconds to take that game. Two good teams will play up there. And I mean, if you're around, you have nothing going on that day, that's a game you want to go check out.
All right, for tonight, Sam Schweifer, Brad Robbins bringing you some St. Clair basketball. Unfortunately, they fall by 8 to Warren Woods Tower. We're going to sign off and see you next time.
This CTV sports presentation has been brought to you by St. Clair Chevy, Buick, GMC, We Care. By Murphy Inn Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair. By Ackett Soups in Adair and Marine City. North Star Bank guiding the way. By St. Clair Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, We Care. By Neiman's Family Market. By St. Clair's Ace Hardware. And by CTV Community TV in Marine City and St. Clair.